Hello.
Hello, long time no see.
Actually, I think we last spoke in September, where we did the birthday podcast, but we've
Oh
not
my
spoken
God,
yet.
that is a long time ago. That's what sorry, I broke you off just when you were saying something when I told you to record.
Oh, then I have allergies
Mm.
uh, that are triggering uh, because I'm allergic to cats and I also have cats.
Life likes playing jokes on us, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, it's too silent, no?
it's too silent, no? It's like, oh, I need to bring back some energy because everything is different. You're in back in India, and all of a sudden, oh, Anushka's in India, no?
Ah,
Like, like the way I'm thinking of you has become different, because like, oh yeah, now you're in India.
yes.
So much has changed in your life.
A lot has changed, but I'm still in the same room where
Mm.
we started talking, I think.
Yes, yes, I have been thinking about it because of that only. Because I was like, oh yeah, she's like back there, you know.
And it's so much different, the room, compared to what I started with in 2020, because it
Hmm.
was just junk, and now it's
Hmm.
at least something.
Hmm.
It's
Okay,
livable.
for context, Anushka moved back to India from the Netherlands.
Yes,
So
because
now we're in India US time zone, which is also one of the reasons. I mean, you were moving, so you were also busy, and I was also busy. And then time zone differences. So it's been difficult to
yeah.
even get on a call on a weekend. Even this, dude, I was just gonna say that like we reached the point where we need a calendar invite. We got there. We got there. We're in that stage in our adulthood where it's calendar invite is needed.
I feel if I was a bit more organized, like right now, I think I blindly follow my calendar, which doesn't mean
Hmm.
that I'm organized. It's just that it's just ruling me.
Hmm.
I'm stuck with it. I've been functioning on CET time zone because I work like CET European
Hmm.
hours. So
Hmm.
it's all sort of messed up for me. I wake up at like
Hmm.
11:30 a.m. or noon and
Hmm.
I sleep around like 2, 3 a.m., if not later.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, it's also that also
That's
makes it difficult. Otherwise, I think
But you weren't you already sleeping late anyway before also?
yes, but not like that. Also, waking up, I used to wake up usually around 8 a.m. in Netherlands. Now I've been waking
Hmm.
up like at noon or 11:30, which
Hmm.
makes it also difficult for us to have the podcast because I think my early
Yeah.
mornings is perfect for you because it's
Oh, I see that.
breaks.
Yeah, that makes sense now. Yeah.
Uh,
So right now this timing is for you just before you start work.
yeah, I have 1 hour 15 minutes before I start work.
I see. Okay. And
And
now for me, it's like I just finished like the last few meetings I had because I have some night calls with India people again. So I finished that and I'm like, oh wait, I have another night call with a person from India.
yeah, I feel like I'm getting cultural shock after coming back to India.
Yeah, this is always the reverse culture shock will happen for a little bit.
Yeah. I haven't gone out, barely gone out, because
Hmm.
it's just, you can't walk anymore anywhere.
Right.
I just end up staying at home.
Hmm. You have to use some sort of public transport to get to anywhere,
Public
or do you
transport.
need a car? Or
Yes. Because public transport's terrible. Uh,
oh God.
Pune has a metro now, which I haven't
Mhm.
tested, but it's pretty the connectivity doesn't make sense to me because I don't want to go where it's going. So, but I
Mm.
will still I think one day I will if I know I'm going to get bored enough to go just ride it
Just check
for,
it out.
yeah.
Yeah, I had the same issue with my metro as well because the the metro went to where I wanted to go to, but there was no convenient spot for me to get on to the metro. And I'm like, dude, this is so dumb. Why don't you put it here? More people would come. So then I had to take like another auto journey to another station and then take the metro to where I want to go, which would always be like a barrier. And I would use it less because of that one thing.
Yeah. What else has been happening in your life?
What else has been happening? I've been the chess world championship has been happening, so I've been occupied with that for the past week and a half. You know, and it's happening in Singapore. So when the matches are going on, it's like 1:30 a.m. for me here, and I like watching it live. So for the past week, my sleep has been a mess, but it's been fun. I've been in the world of chess for the past 2 weeks. It was really nice. So that's what's happening with me. And before that, what was I doing? I have new hair. I mean, I removed hair and now there is new hair coming along. And it looks horrible and uneven and weird because the haircut I did, I took a trimmer and I just zoinked all of my hair.
Why? What happened?
Uh, Nothing happened. I think it was just like one day. So my hair was getting long. I was getting a little annoyed, and then I went for a run, and my hair kept like fat, like flopping around everywhere, and I was a little annoyed. And then a few days later, I was like, man, I should get my hair cut. I should get my hair cut. And then I never got time to go. Then I was lazy, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I anyway wanted to try out some short hair once in my lifetime, so I just it was impulsive. Uh, but it's okay. It's not too bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I always had a fear of having short hair because I used to be like a very fat kid. So my face was just like one balloon like this. Okay, it was like this big. So whenever I got like short hair, right, I would appear much larger than how I actually am. So I had a lot of insecurity with having short hair for the longest time. Okay, which is why I always like keeping it long. So I always hated going for a haircut because my mom would force me to get short haircut. So this went on for many years. And then I was like, you know what? I'm an adult now. I'm not gonna get my haircut. I'm gonna keep it long all the time. But then I was too afraid to cut it short because I don't know. I just thought I look horrible. And then I just cut it now. And I was like, oh, it looks fine. I
I
have
don't,
nothing to worry about.
I
Yeah,
don't
so weirdly, some weird healing journey I did about some childhood trauma that I didn't know I had because I did cut my hair. So
I don't think
another.
it looked horrible at all. Like, I think it looked good.
Yeah,
Now,
I also didn't think it looks
now
horrible.
it's grown a little bit, but when you put pictures, it didn't look bad.
Yeah, I didn't look bad at all. Yeah, even I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, it's looks fine, looks okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that happened, and then since birthday, so that's October, and then November.
You
What else
traveled.
happened? Did I travel?
Yes.
Yeah, I went to Seattle and I did camping for the first time. I started a fire in the woods for the first time. It
With
took me
what?
45 minutes to start a fire. I didn't know that maybe I was just dumb and I don't have experience or I don't know how to do it. Dude, it took me so long. We gave up, okay. So we have this wood and there are some of these things called fire starters. All right, so you can just light them on fire and they start burning for a while. So you put them on the wood. And then I was like, oh, I guess it'll just light on fire and then there will be fire. But there was no fire. It went away and then the wood was not burning anymore. It was just like the top layer had burnt. So I had to sit there, I had to do oof, 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 oof. Oh, it'll light up a little bit, it'll flare up a little bit. No, then no, then I put more fire, and then again I'll do oof oof. Again, it's not happening. Then I like arrange the wood in different combination and shape so that there's efficient flow of oxygen to burn the fire. And then I did oof 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 for another 20 minutes. And then finally we had fire. We're like, shit, dude.
So that's what worked, the rearrangement of the wood.
Yeah, it was the rearrangement of the wood and like me giving more and more and more oxygen in the correct way to make it work. But yeah, the rearrangement of the wood mattered a lot as well. I don't know. I learned so much about if like we didn't have some of these things and I had to like just survive a night outside. All these things I would never have done. This is the first time I ever did it. So that was fun. I liked camping. This is the first time I did camping, so I didn't even know whether I would like it. So I like it. It's fun. I think as a 1 day or a 2 day activity, it would be nice. I like the solitude also a little bit. It was fun. It reminded me of the like Himalaya treks and all of these treks you do because you're sort of in solitude and you're in like nature and all. You're taking your time. It was nice. Although I guess in America, even solitude is like so commercialized because even these campgrounds you have to reserve. Okay, so we've reserved, and there are a bunch of other campsites with all the other people chilling. So already it doesn't feel like I'm in nature. It feels like some attraction because all these people are there. And these guys love camping. Some people have an entire truck, like an entire truck that they get and they sleep there, but it's in nature. So it's like, what is this like trade off that you're doing? You want to be in nature, but you want to be in like ultra luxury. So many of these people were there. It was interesting to see just all the different ways in which people do it. There was one lady who came. Her campsite was right next to ours. She came in her car. She slept in her car. Okay, and then she left in the morning. I have no clue why. I don't know why she did that. If you're coming camping, but yeah, she did that. So saw a bunch of interesting things. So yes, I did camping. That was fun.
Yeah, I think the last time I went camping was a while back. I did glamping a few years back, which is not
Hmm.
really camping. It's similar,
Hmm.
like there was a tent. It's not that it was
Yes.
fancy tent. It's just
Hmm.
that someone else did light the fire and it was like a
But
secure place.
basically everything is done. You get the experience, but you don't
Yeah.
actually do it, right? Yeah. Honestly, after this camping experience, I would probably prefer glamping. We were already looking into it to maybe like, go do glamping because yeah, it's fun and all, but like it was a good amount of planning and like it's a little bit of an effort. And as fun as it was, I don't think I'd like to do it every time. If it's conveniently available, why wouldn't I take it?
Yeah, that's another thing. I think I've realized that I don't think I'm at that stage in my life where
Mm.
I will uh like struggle. Like I feel
Mm.
like I have struggled already and I'm
Mm.
constantly sort of struggling with things. When
Right.
these things become normal and there's no actual struggle in my daily
Mm.
life, I think I
Mm.
wouldn't mind some external ways to put more struggle, like go to camping and do
Right.
things by myself, because then my brain's at that space where it can figure things out. Right now, if
Exactly.
I add more struggle to my life, I think I will
Yes.
have breakdowns.
Yes. Yes. So this is a great point because so I was talking to one of my coworkers. Okay, she's American, and she was describing. We were talking something about like what's happening at home or like something, and then she was mentioning that they're redoing some room in her house, and that her brothers are going to like scrape off the paint and put some putty, and then she's gonna go paint half of the wall today, and they have like a schedule where like the family members are fixing their house and painting their house, and she's talking about it, and she's like talking about like she's having fun. Okay, and then me and my other coworker, who we are both Indian, we were like, bro, we don't do this in India. No one finds this as a joyful thing to do. Because for us, it's like a struggle. Like, dude, why would I do it when someone can do it for me? for a very cheap price. We outsource it because it's like, dude, like you don't have to do it. But
It's
here, so there are some of these struggles which is very tied to basically doing figuring out your own shit, like knowing how to like fix plumbing, change your batteries, change your tires, all of these like minor things people are expected to know and they like knowing it here. Whereas in India, it's the exact opposite. So our mindset here is my mindset definitely here is the exact opposite. I'm like, dude, I don't want to learn all this shit. But then there are chances where I have no choice but to do this. I have to because the country is like this.
I get that. I think in Rotterdam too, everyone was just doing their own stuff. Even like a lot of my friends were also working on their house or on their parents'
Mm,
house and doing like everything, including insulation, putting up
right.
solar panels and connecting it to the electricity stuff
Yeah.
and all of that. It's in that space, I think I would have really liked to learn and know how to do things. Especially,
Mm,
I feel like I'm gonna spend a lot of my time by myself, and I do
mm,
like spending time by myself. And if
mm,
that's the case, I think I should know how to do basics. Uh,
yeah.
and then I moved here, and I had some mind space, and I ordered like a sort of a chest drawer from
Mm,
IKEA, which I was like,
mm,
I'm gonna build it, and my parents were like, just ask someone else to come and build it because in here you can
yes.
just order like please
Yeah. Why are you doing it?
yeah,
Yeah.
you can just ask someone to come and build it on like urban clap or something. And I was like,
Yep.
oh, I will do it myself, I want to do it myself. And they're like, but it's so cheap and it will
Yeah,
take such
exactly.
less time,
They have
like
a point.
the person will come and do it in like 10-15 minutes where you'll spend like an entire night doing it. And then
Yeah.
they're like, and you can't, they constantly kept saying like you can't do it by yourself. And then it sort of hurt my ego and I was like, I will do it now.
Kuch, yeah,
I
yeah.
will do it myself. And then I built it
Yeah.
myself, and I kind of am proud of it that okay, this is something I did. And I
Mm.
was like, IKEA furniture is meant to be
IKEA
built
furniture
by
is
anyone.
meant, yeah, it's designed to be simple and easy to
Yes.
install, and that anyone can do it. It you put some time into it, and then it's done. It's not that, yeah. Building furniture, actually, here I have actually enjoyed it quite a bit, to be honest. I do. It feels like when you were a kid and you'd get some like
Yeah, I
some
was
puzzle or
going to
something,
say
and all you'll
it's
build.
like
No, it feels
modern
like that
day
to me.
puzzle, like adult
Yeah.
Lego or
Yes.
puzzle.
Yes. It's like some adult puzzle. So it's damn nice. I really like just sitting there and doing some grunt work.
Yeah.
It feels meditative a little bit. I've seen that whenever I'm doing it, no, I don't like distract. I don't watch something and do it. I just like do it. I'll just sit there. I'll read the instructions. So this is how you do it. I'll just concentrate and do it. So it feels nice to be able to like really focus and give your time to it.
Yeah, I think for me, I needed sort of white noise in the background. I also got
Mm.
snacks and I made it like an activity that tonight I'm building this.
Fun.
Are you
Yeah.
planning an India trip soon?
I for sure will be coming in February. I might prepone it to Jan depending on if I get like a visa slot early. If not, I'm definitely coming in Feb because I have a slot in
Why
Feb
do you
13.
need visa now?
I got my H1B, which is my work visa.
Right.
So
But you're still an Indian passport holder.
yeah, I'm still Indian passport holder, but now that I got the H1B visa and it's changed, a visa can be issued in your home country embassy. Okay, so now I moved from student visa to work visa. So here I am on that status. Now that I'm here, it's fine. But when I'm coming back, I need the H1B visa stamp. Okay, whenever I re-enter this country. Now it's okay. It's changed while I was here. But if I leave and when I want to come back, I come back on work visa, which is H1B, and I need that stamp, for which I need to get it in my home country embassy. So whoever gets a H1B visa, no, they have to book one slot. If they want to leave the country, they better have a slot in India so that they go get the new stamp on their passport and then they can come back.
It's very complicated.
I know. I know. It took me so long to understand what the point of this is. But yeah, it's complicated. It's because you have to get it done in your home country embassy,
It
which is why
also
all this.
increases the workload of the embassy. I don't see
Dude,
the
I
point.
don't understand, bro. I don't understand. I was like, okay, fine. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do that, which is why I'm coming in Feb. I'm glad, and I'll have to be there for 3 weeks. So I have no choice but to be there for a month because this process after you give your passport may take 2 to 3 weeks. So my company can't even tell me, oh, you can't stay. I can't enter the country, bro. What do you mean I can't stay? So I'm gonna be there for a month.
That makes sense why everyone from US comes and stays for long. I feel like I
Yes.
used to think that it's because they want to make the worth of their money of the flights,
No,
but yeah, this makes more sense.
no. Yeah, this a lot of people will do this because H1B will take that long. So a lot of people have 1 month long H1B trips.
And I think Feb's a good time to come. Are you
Feb is
staying?
a good time, yeah,
You don't stay
because
till
tickets are
March,
pretty cheap.
but you don't stay till March
I'll probably stay till March.
because Lollapalooza is happening.
In March?
Yes, beginning of March. And there are a bunch of other concerts that are happening too.
Ooh, interesting.
So you can look, I think February
March
20.
21st. I don't think I'll be there March 21st.
Oh, it's March 21st.
Yeah, 21st, 22nd, 23rd.
Huh, I
Oh,
thought
wait,
it
wait,
was
wait, wait,
May.
wait. No.
This was last year? No, this wasn't
No,
last
no,
year.
no, no, no. Oh, it's March 8th and 9th. Never
Hmm.
mind.
Was it
Okay,
showing?
I may be there on March 8th and 9th.
Yeah. There's also,
Mahalakshmi race course. Is it happening in Bangalore?
it's happening in Bombay.
Bombay. Okay.
Also, there are rumors about Linkin Park coming in Jan or Feb.
Wow, interesting. When is Coldplay coming? Aren't they also coming same time?
Jan. Uh,
Jan.
so I think
Damn, lot of stuff happening in Jan.
lot of people coming to India, a lot
Mm.
of concerts happening. I've realized that it's
Mm.
much difficult to get tickets in India
Yeah,
than
even isn't Taylor Swift also performing in India, or is she planning to perform in India?
Taylor Swift's done. Her tours ended. It
Oh,
ended.
it's over.
It ended on your Sunday. Sunday was the last show.
Oh, just last week. Okay, that's why you were putting up stories of the
Yes,
clues from.
yes.
Dude,
Everyone was
I did
grieving.
not know about this whole sort of universe that Taylor Swift has with her fans with and all of these, and
Easter
that she
eggs.
really likes puzzles and all
Yeah.
of these aspects. I didn't know because I think this tour was becoming really popular, and then somewhere online I saw that yeah, she has like this thing that's been going on for years with her fan base, and that's why so many hardcore people are there. And then everything made sense to me. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know about this.
We did a podcast about it. Oh, it's our most viewed podcast because it has Taylor Swift.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was around the same time that I was
Okay.
discovering it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's a whole different like she's done a whole different multiverse with
Yes,
all different
exactly,
eras
exactly.
and puzzles, and there's so much to it, and she
Yes,
likes
yes,
leaving clues. So
yes.
everything she does, she's I think she's a very well organized person is what she is. Like she's planned way ahead. uh,
Yeah, but does she have like a team that does this or
it started initially by herself, like she
yeah,
started
yeah, yeah.
doing it
Initially, of
for,
course. But
yeah.
now since
I
it's like
assume it's like
because it's a lot of
the,
thought, it's also like world building, right? In a way. And you need to keep track of these
yeah.
things. At some point you'll need
I
some
bet
help.
she has a team now, but there are instances where, like, we've seen in music videos and stuff, or making of music
Mm,
videos, where she just starts putting Easter eggs on music video sets. Like, she just goes with a pen and she's like,
mm,
okay, now we're gonna put this thing here and there. And then,
mm,
like, 3, 4 months after the music video comes out, you were like, oh, this is how it makes sense.
mm.
See, it takes a while for also for anyone to realize that it's an Easter egg.
I see. So it also sort of warrants the audience to keep looking back at her stuff
Yeah.
too. You know, you keep rewatching, you keep seeing the same things just to pick up on some sort of new clues, new interpretation of some things she has done.
Yeah, especially like if she's saying something again and again, like if she repeats things, she's usually very good with her words. And if she's repeating something, or
Hmm.
usually it's numbers or words, then people
Hmm.
sort of try to catch on it and try to figure out like what it means. The other
Hmm.
thing she does is capitalization of
Hmm.
specific letters. I don't know if you read about it, but third one of
Hmm.
her latest albums had this song
Hmm.
called Thank You, Amy. And in
Hmm.
that, everything was like um, in small letters except
Hmm.
the K, the
Hmm.
I, and M were in capital. So it
Okay.
was basically for Kim Kardashian. And then she
Oh.
released an acoustic version of it, and she
Hmm.
renamed, like she, like not renamed, it still was called Thank You Amy, but she
Hmm.
recapitalized things, and she capitalized Y and E,
Hmm.
which is
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah.
So
But
just to make it absolutely clear that yes, I'm talking about like these two.
yeah, but that was one of the, like everyone understood it, like
Yeah, it's
the
like a
moment.
very evident thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, mm, but like for the fans, you see it and you know it, okay, this is what it means. But that was like
Hmm.
one of the most obvious ones that everyone understood. But there are
Hmm.
like more sort of in-depth ones that you sort of don't understand,
Hmm.
and it's interesting.
Very interesting. She's building her own universe. It's so cool. I wish I was on the bandwagon a lot earlier so that I could have followed. Now it just feels like too big of an iceberg to get into.
I honestly, heard our first three albums. I was very into it
Hmm.
because I was in school.
Hmm.
Um, and it was those times where you would write down lyrics and remember. So I was very into it. And then her next few albums, I was like not as into it. Or album
Hmm.
1989 had like a lot of sort of hits. So I
Right.
have heard those songs, but I was not very into it. And I think I got back into Taylor Swift properly during the pandemic because she released like two albums.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then she released a lot of re-released a lot of old albums, and
Hmm.
she released this new album this sort of year,
Hmm.
and she was releasing one album. The other thing that I really appreciate and I think is very inspiring is that she's insanely productive. I,
Hmm. Yeah,
I
she keeps releasing so many things, right? Her output is massive.
She released an album this year, which was supposed to be one album with 15 songs. Then she ended up making a double album. So she released
Hmm.
one album at 12 and she released another one at 2. And at the
Right.
Grammys, when she announced the album, she kept
Hmm.
doing this sort of the two sign. And people
Hmm.
didn't, like, people knew it's a sign, but they didn't know what. So
They
at
didn't know
2
what.
a.m., she released another album, and then they're like, now it makes sense that it was a double album. And she released
Right.
31 songs. All
Hmm.
this while she was still on tour. She's been on tour for 2 years.
Dude,
So
it's insane.
I
It's
don't
insane.
understand how someone can do it. Like tour
Right.
itself is so exhausting. Uh,
Yeah, and this is like it's like a proper show. She's out there dancing
three and a
for
half
how long? It's
hours.
like a whole performance. It's insane.
Yeah. Sh- So, and she doesn't take, like there aren't really breaks during the 3.5 hours show.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think her work ethics are pretty
Dude,
good.
that's absolutely. I mean, just as a mere like from a physique and fitness perspective, that's some crazy amount of like work that she's doing every single day because you're also traveling and you're putting on like a 3 hour performance and yeah, shit, how do you even have the energy to go back to it every single day?
I think when you
That's
sort of, I think it's also about finding the space that like way you can express. I think writing songs for her is her way of expression, and it is her way of expression and just sort of journaling. So
Hmm.
I think that sort of helps because then you're into it becomes therapeutic, I think, because you're
Right. But
putting out
in
your
any performative art form, right, whether it's like musicians performing in front of an audience regularly, like live shows, people who do a lot of live shows and concerts, or whether it's like, stand-up comedians, any sort of like perform theater is also anything with an audience basically, uh, and performative. At some point, it must feel not as rewarding, right? Because
yeah.
it is it is at the end of the day a performance. Something like a movie or a TV show is captured. It's like a finished work of art. It's not being presented in front of a live audience. But musicians, especially like people who are doing concerts and tours, I keep thinking about these like Imagine Dragons, Coldplay, even Taylor Swift for that matter, who do like 3 month, 4 month long tours. Even Peter Cat, I remember that I went to two shows, so I saw them, and then they're still touring, okay, with the
Yeah.
same set, and they're still touring. It's been months that they've been doing the same thing. I've been seeing the same stories on their Instagram, right? And I wondered, man, at some point, do they ever go, this sucks? Or have they worked so hard to be doing this that this is actually all they ever want to do? You know?
I can tell you, like, at least about Taylor Swift. I went to four shows, and all of them were pretty great. Like, you don't feel
Mm,
like she's putting in less effort or
mm,
she does not s- seem happy. But that's also like
right.
she wrote a song about it, which is like, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, which is about the fact that she was heartbroken on the first leg of the tour and she was still
Mm,
performing. um,
mm,
and people were thinking, oh, she must be so happy, but
mm,
she wasn't.
mm,
But it's, I think it's performance. Like a tour like hers, it's
mm,
almost like theater. It's like it's a
mm.
performance. It's Peter Cat.
Right. Yeah. It's a show.
Yeah,
It's like a show. Yeah.
with smaller bands, it's still like with Peter Cat, it's not a small band anymore, but it's still
Mm.
more of the singing. It's not a performance. They're not putting
It
up a
is not a
show.
performance. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. You're
they're
right.
not putting theater and like changing
Mm.
outfits and stuff. So
You're
it's
right.
very
Right.
different. And I think to be able to pull that off,
Mm.
you don't like it doesn't only you don't really need to only be a good singer. You also need
Mm.
to have like very be disciplined and
Mm.
the fact that you need to show up because after making a lot of money like the amount of money she has,
Yeah.
she can, if she's not feeling well, she could be like, I
She
don't
can.
want to perform
Yeah.
today. But
Yeah. Yeah.
she hasn't in the 2 years, she didn't cancel any show except the ones in Vienna, which was because of the bomb threat. But
Mm.
that says something that like
Right. Right.
none of the shows were less. It's not
Mm.
like, oh, I'm not feeling up to it, so we won't do this part anymore. Every
Right.
show was like a full show.
Mm.
Like it ticked all the boxes.
Right.
So
And considering like all these sort of puzzles and the public image that she creates, it is a sort of like everything is sort of a performance in her life, and she's always giving clues, and she's always trying to keep you part of this world, which means she's very, very, very conscious of the image that she has. She's very aware of what perception her fans have of her, because she's putting that in their head in a certain way, right? She's telling you, perceive me this way because this is what I'm presenting to you. So I am sure the performance side aspect is like one of it as well. It's like, hey, if you're coming to watch my show, it's going to be a guarantee that it's always of this caliber. It's like it's on your own thing, which is what I'm sure it is with a lot of artists as well.
yeah, for example, like I was telling this to someone at work as well. The last 3 days were in
Mm,
Vancouver, and for every single day, the fans they planned like a fan project, and they just
mm,
spread the word on like Instagram and people
mm,
like word of mouth. And one of the
mm,
things on the last day was to count back from 13, because 13 is her
mm,
favorite number, count down
mm,
from 13 and then sing happy birthday to her.
mm.
There were 60,000 people in the stadium.
Right.
All of them counted down from 13 and
Yes, I
sang
saw this.
happy
I
birthday.
saw the clip of this all over
Uh,
Instagram.
the fact that 60,000 people planned this by themselves, nobody told them to. Like, it's not like
Right.
anyone's forcing it on them, but all of
Mm.
them like made sort of a
Everyone
proper
knows. Right.
and then sang it. It's just it's another level of communication that's happening.
Right. Right. It is that this comfortable feeling of a small community, right? A community that around a certain niche. But this community is extremely big and extremely dedicated to this niche. So it's a very strong sense of belonging to everyone that's there.
It's so, and I think that's one of the reasons why so many people were grieving. It's
Mm,
because during the tour, the community was like sort of at the forefront. Usually we're at
mm,
the
mm,
back
mm,
and there's stuff happening, but here it was at the forefront. Every tour
mm.
you go to, people are exchanging friendship bracelets. Even if,
Right.
like, I've been to three of those shows alone and I never
Mm,
felt lonely. I didn't feel like I was
right.
by myself. There were
Mm,
people next to me who would just take you in, and the easiest way to like start a conversation was, do you want a friendship bracelet? Or
mm,
and most of the time I didn't even start it. Like someone would see me by myself and they would be like, "Oh, do you want to exchange?" And then it would
mm.
just pick up from there. So
Right.
you don't feel alone. The
Right.
like the first thing I think that happens is if you're standing next to someone, they would ask you, or if your seat's next to someone, they would ask you for an exchange, or you would ask them, and it
Right.
immediately breaks the ice that you
Right.
suddenly don't feel like you're on your own. It
Yeah,
was
because you're all here for the same common thing.
yes.
So and you all recognize that as well. So it's really cool.
But I've been to so many other concerts where it wasn't like that. I
Mm,
usually go by myself and I would end up
mm,
listening to music, like going and
mm,
seeing their performance, the show,
mm,
and then coming back. Nobody usually talks or to each
mm.
other, or there's no sort of icebreaker where people are
Right.
taking you in.
Mm,
And the fact that it made every city that she went to, it suddenly made that city feel super safe, because suddenly there are like thousands of women coming
mm,
in, all dressed
mm.
in sparkles, and then
Right.
it's not threatening. You see
Yeah.
a city, a tramp, or a metro full of women in sparkles.
Right.
You're
Right.
not afraid
Like,
of.
wait, did I just walk into some adventure at the Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So you're suddenly like, oh, I can just do it by myself. I feel safe. I
Mm,
remember in Stockholm, you would go like I was there a few days earlier, and you could
mm.
see how the city was changing as more and more women were coming in, and you would go
Right.
on like if I was going through the city, I would
Mm.
see women, and you would know that these people
Yeah,
are
everyone is here
here.
for this.
And some of them would be wearing merch, or some of them would have bags,
Right.
and that's also a
Right. It's
tell.
signaling,
But
right? Yeah.
but otherwise, like, I know
Mm.
if I get into trouble, I can go and ask them, and I know that they will help me out. So,
Yes.
and the fact that you could wear anything at the concert, like, it's
Mm.
so beautiful as a woman
Mm.
to be able to wear anything and still
Right.
feel safe, because no
Right.
one's sort of judging you, no one's saying anything, and no one's going to like harass you.
Mm.
And the fact that so many women were building their own costumes. And when you
Right.
show up in those costumes, people really appreciate it. There's this, I don't know if you saw that video, but there was this video where a girl built a gown, and then when she was walking into the venue, people who were standing in the lines like stood up and they were clapping
Yes, yes, I
for her.
saw this. I saw this. She was like walking in, and everyone was like congratulating her and like clapping.
I don't see that happen usually. People usually just
Yes,
give you looks. No one's going to stand up and clap for you that, oh, your
yes,
outfit's so good.
yes. It's a very like supportive because that community is sort of built on that, right? That's those sort of values and everything. And I think this is similar, this sort of feeling not very lonely in a particular show is very strong for anything that has a strong audience, for people who have a strong connect with their audience, and those people come out to view them or watch them. I went for some show in New York for this podcast that I watch. Okay, and these are some guys based out of Japan, and I watched them all the time during the pandemic because they talk about anime and like Japan and stuff. So there's a lot of like things that I anyway like, and I know all three of them from other channels and stuff like that. So I used to watch them all the time, and it was really fun. It was 2 hour conversations, and it was the pandemic, so I had all the fucking time in the world to just play them in the background, right? So it became really they I for like more than 2 years they were just there in the background every week, and I'd be listening. And then they announced like a tour across the US, so I went. I'm anyway here. I don't know when I'm gonna get to watch them, so let me go. But then I was going alone because I don't know who to ask. It's just like some YouTube channel that I follow. No one really cares, right? So I went, but then it was so nice because all the people there are here for these guys. So everyone's talking. People just say, "How did you discover them?" And then you would talk about it, and then we would like talk about like all the inside jokes. Like there's a lot of like memes and all of this that happens on the subreddit. So people keep discussing the memes. People keep discussing some inside joke. They talk about anime. They'll talk about what they like and dislike, just in like different groups. And then the show started, which was really fun. And it was very interactive as well. And it was a similar thing. I walked into it thinking, man, I'm just gonna be like, I wore like a hat, and I thought, am I gonna be cringe? I'm wearing like a hat with the merch on it. And then so many other people were wearing it, so it was very nice.
I think it's also about like with smaller thing like artists. It's also about the niche. If
Mm,
it's a small niche, so you find sort of your community and
mm.
how depth the like not that their content is deep. It's just how much the depth of the fan base is. I don't know how to put it. It's
Yeah,
just
it's like a weird parasocial thing because for whatever reason you can clown on them, you can talk about them, you can talk to them, they interact, they acknowledge your feedback, right? Because there is a common sort of vibe. People discuss the same thing, they may leave comments about similar things, so there's a view of the fans of yourself, and they talk about it, they'll acknowledge it, and then so it feels like a dialogue almost, right? Because they also know what the people are saying. So maybe that adds to it. Maybe that's why the fans also feel stronger with that niche.
yeah, it's a huh. I am always I think with new sort of artists and fan bases I'm always sort of a step away that I feel
Mhm.
like it's sort of it's similar to getting a new hyperfixation. It is like getting a new
It is.
hyperfixation.
It
Yeah.
100% is.
So I feel like I don't know how deep this water is. So I'm not sure
Right.
if I want to go in it. Um,
Right.
because I don't know if I'm ready. So
Mm.
I don't think I've gone into any other fan bases or spaces
Mm.
in a while.
Oh, that's pretty good actually. Yeah. Because I'm still in that hyperfixation sort of cycle of from one thing to another. Right. So now I'm in my chess fixation. I keep getting back to it every few months or so. And every time I think, you know what, I'm gonna commit, I'm gonna continue playing it, and I'm gonna learn more, I'm gonna learn more, I'm gonna continue playing, and then I do it for a few weeks, and then I stop again for a few months.
I think ever since I got back, I've not been in a hyperfixation. Like watching Taylor Swift is like sort of a permanent thing. So it's not something that I will switch over
Hmm.
from.
Hmm.
But I haven't like I've been so bored because I was doing a lot of stuff in Rotterdam. Also
Hmm.
socially, I was going out a lot. I was buying my own
Hmm.
groceries. I was doing so many things. My days were packed. Like I didn't have time
Right.
for anything else.
Right.
And ever since I got here, I just have work. My
Hmm.
parents have a cook, so someone comes and cooks food. I
Hmm.
don't have to, like, if I need
You don't have to
groceries.
buy anything. You don't have to account for so much mental space is also free because you don't have to think about what to buy, what to eat, what to make it, when to eat it.
No, it's not there anymore, but that's also like I had the energy to do all of that in Rotterdam. Here, I don't have the energy to do it, and it's maybe also
Hmm.
because I live with my parents right now.
Yes. And
So
it's not your place that you have set up at your convenience. So,
no, it's also the fact that I feel like living with my parents drains a lot of my energy. So
mm,
I'm still like low on energy, but I have so much, like, I have space to get bored. And my therapist
mm,
told me that you should like enjoy it and get bored
mm,
because it's been years since you've been bored.
mm,
And one of the reasons I'm bored is also because I don't have a hyperfixation. There is nothing
mm.
that's like stuck.
Right.
So
I think I think that's good. Boredom is very nice. There are some weekends where mm, in fact, choose to just not do anything, and it has to be a conscious choice. Because I think my default mode, definitely with the hyperfixation cycle, I think you'll also know that you have to keep doing something. It's I don't know what it is. Even if I have like 20 minutes free, I am somehow occupied watching something or reading something or like listening to something. And
like a tick behind your head, like
yeah,
what are
it's
you
just
gonna do
there.
with
It's just there. It's just always there. And I don't see the even just today when I think back at it, I have seen so many things, and like just like in the background, right? Was this podcast that I learned about that world, this world, just like a bunch of things that I don't know. I'm like, cool. Now I know these things, and I've like spent some time listening to all this, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. And it's just like I don't know why I spent all this time doing it. I don't know what else I could have done, but there's definitely this like default mechanism to resort to that method where it's just my entire most of my day there is something being consumed.
yeah, I've just I have been like watching stuff, but nothing that I'm interested in, so I'm not really into it. I
Mm,
read books, but then I would read one book and then I would need to step away and not read anything for a
mm,
bit and then read something else. So it's
mm,
there is consumption, but it's nothing that's very stimulating. So
mm,
I've just been bored and I don't know what to do with it. I feel like I need to have new hobbies or try different
mm,
things.
mm,
I don't know. I also feel like at this stage in my life where I'm back at my parents, I don't
mm,
know for how long. I don't really know which country I would get the visa for. I need to start
mm.
applying for visa. It's all very up in the air. And
Right, right.
because I have so many options, I feel more lost because I feel like I don't know where to go next because there are so
Mm,
many different things I can do. It's
mm,
just that I don't know what my sort of calling is, and I don't even know if
right.
there is a calling. I just don't know what to do next.
Mm. Is it that you see maybe a lot of options as viable options, but no strong option, right?
Yeah, I
Mm,
nothing that seems like, oh, I would like to do this.
mm,
Like, I was considering moving back to Goa because it's been a while and I went for a visit and I really liked how the community is there. I feel like
mm.
Pune does not have that strong of a community.
When you say community, like, what do you mean? Are there regular places that you go to and visit, or people that you know already?
I know Shubha and Hari, and
Okay.
Hari
Mm,
seems to know a lot of people, but that's
mm,
also not what like I'm talking about. Like I went for these heritage walks that Hari worked on,
mm,
but the people I met there are trying to do something about the things happening in Goa. Like all of them are somehow involved in something or the other that they are
mm,
trying to like improve things or stop the government from destroying things.
mm,
It's sort of like a all of them sort of have a purpose and it's sort of niche purposes.
They're
along.
tied to that place also so closely.
Apart from them doing their own thing, like
Mm,
a lot of people I met had their own businesses. They were doing their own thing. They were doing social life stuff, going out,
mm,
meeting people, and then they were also had their other thing that was driving them. That they
mm,
didn't get money for, but this is what they believed in. Then they felt like they need to do something about it, and so they are doing something about it. I
mm,
feel ever since like I used to work with the vegan association, and ever since that ended, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I like my work, it's just I
mm,
don't know what I'm contributing towards, because
mm,
uh it's just been blah. So I have to figure stuff out.
mm. So, uh, when you now this time when you went to Goa, was it like a stronger maybe reason to move back? Do you feel like you can go and continue staying there for longer, or?
I don't. I have my cats here who are much older now, and
Mm,
I would like to be here because a lot of times they need medical attention, and uh,
mm,
they need help. And my parents can't really do all of those things. So
mm,
it's difficult to move my cats to Goa. Goa does not have the best veterinary care.
mm,
So I don't think I would move there long term. And the
mm.
client I work with is based out of Europe, so eventually I do need to move back to Europe. Depends on
Okay.
what visa I get.
Mm,
So it's sort of a lot of figuring out. I feel like the next year for me it's just going to figure things out.
right. Seems like it's going to be like a transitionary stage in your life now, temporarily,
Yeah.
because you can't even plan to have some sort of routine in India because you know you're not going to be there. So it's like a weird space to be in.
Yeah, I can't even I have been thinking of getting a house for myself because
Mm,
that's would be perfect. Then I can live there with my cats. But one, I don't know how long I would live there. Let's say I even live there for a year. There aren't that many good houses. Even if there are good houses, they don't want a single woman with cats
right,
living
right.
there. So it's just been difficult. I feel like
Hmm.
there's suddenly so many new challenges that I have to face. And
Hmm.
I don't even know if it's worth getting a house because I don't know how
Yeah,
it's going to
exactly.
be here. So it's just everything sort of up in the air.
Right. There's a lot of uncertainty, but and because of the uncertainty, you can't do certain things that you
Yeah.
will make you feel better, but then you can't do it.
And I think that's also why, because there's so much uncertainty, that I don't have a hyperfixation either. Because I feel like there's nothing uh, fixed. So
There's
I
nothing
don't,
fixed.
I can't fix it.
Oh God. Fair, fair. That does happen. The periods where I've observed that I also don't have any hyperfixation is usually when in some sort of like when I'm in Bangalore. No, I have no fixations. You know why? Because it's like this. Oh, I'm first of all out of my element, and I'm also out of routine. I'm doing a lot of things that I'm not familiar with. For some reason, I don't want to like have some fixation, which is why I'm actually bored a lot when I'm in Bangalore, which is a good thing. I actually just like lie down and not do what I because you're completely out of your routine. So even that sort of impulse to be in some world, it goes away. I don't even feel like doing it. So that's one of the good things about Bangalore. Whenever I do come, I get to meet friends, but then also I get a lot of alone time, which is like weirdly nice. It's weird that I get a lot more alone time in Bangalore than I get here when I'm alone. But yeah, it's weird. It's nice. I like it.
I think it's the same for me. It's just that I had more alone time in Rotterdam because I was living by
Mm.
myself.
Mm.
But I didn't feel bored. I didn't, maybe it's because I had a routine here. I can't have
You
such
had a routine,
a
yes.
routine. There is
Yeah.
there is like every day is so different, even though
Mm.
I'm just at home. Even
Yes.
though even if I just stay in this room, it's still every day is different. And
Yes.
I think there are other, like, let's say if I want to go to the gym and work out, I have
Hmm.
to consider when I can take time off from work and go, because my work's like timings are weird now. It's like I work
Hmm.
from 1:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Right.
So it's
Right.
weird. Um, and then I have to consider traffic because it's not
Oh
as
my God.
convenient
Yeah.
go. Uh, then I have to consider other things, and I also don't want to go to a gym where people are like, push yourself, hustle, hustle. I don't want to
Yeah.
be mean to myself. I feel like that's
Hmm.
I. So it's also like I have to find a new place which people are kinder and the instructors are not yelling at you to push yourself. That no pain, no gain. I don't want to
Hmm.
hear all of those things anymore.
But are there a lot of instructors who are like that? From what I've seen, gym instructors have been surprisingly nice and kind in most places that I have seen in India. I don't know. I'm sure some people are there who will do that.
I like doing capoeira because it was fun and it was like no one's yelling at you. I did have good experience with cult.
Hmm.
It's just that I feel like the standard of cult has dropped since the pandemic, which is understandable. They lost a lot of money. It's not the
Hmm.
same as it was before the pandemic, so
Hmm.
I don't know if I want to go there.
Hmm.
Uh,
Lost the quality, as in, did the kind of instructors they're using drop? Did the quality of their venues and
the
fitness
venues,
places,
the
the venues dropped? Okay.
So, for example, before the pandemic, they used to like, I think because they had just started, it was like another
Hmm.
level. Like, you didn't have to, the hygiene, in terms of hygiene, it was
Hmm.
super hygienic.
Yeah.
They provided you with everything. So, you just had to show up. Now
Right.
they've stopped
And they
providing.
even they would, dude, I remember they would even keep the weights in your position
Yeah,
sometime.
yeah, and everything was like they would sanitize it as well. Like it was
Eh,
clean before the
Yes.
pandemic happened. They were still sanitizing and everything was still super
Yes.
clean.
After that too, every session, I remember everything would be shining when I came. It would be
Yeah,
damn nice.
I don't know. Like I haven't been there since then, but I've tried
Hmm.
booking classes, and every single time they're like, bring your own mat now, bring your own boxing gloves, and bring your own things. And I was like,
Oh wow.
Uh,
Okay.
if I want to go boxing, I'm not gonna like for
I'm
one
not
month
gonna buy
I'm not
gloves, man.
using
Yeah.
gloves. So I don't know. I assume like they don't make as much money as they were making, or maybe they are making more.
Yeah, maybe they're just becoming cheap. Okay. Interesting.
So I have to
But
find.
I have heard that, yeah, cult quality has dropped a little bit. And you can even just see it in like the how much you hear about cult. I remember at some point cult was everywhere. You would see
Yeah,
cult everywhere. Everyone is talking about cult. There are ads everywhere constantly.
I think.
All of that dropped quite a bit.
They started with a very good concept, also of
Mm.
points, of giving you points after every class
Mm.
that you could use to buy food at their cafe,
Yes.
which is so brilliant to think of
Yes,
it.
it is very nice. They gamified it in the right way, and it was so easy. Like I loved the fact that I could book a session like whenever I wanted. And when I went there, I just have to go attendances. You put it, and then you go stand there. There's an instructor. It was great. It was really, really cool. I enjoyed going to cult a lot.
Yeah, same. They also used to have more classes. Now they don't have as many classes and options. Like I
Okay.
remember there used to be options for like noon classes and also
Mm,
like 11, and then there was like in the afternoon there weren't for a while.
mm,
But now they don't have that many like classes going on either.
right.
I don't know. I will still go and test it out because you can book like a single class without getting like a full subscription. So I was thinking I will go test out different places. But for
Mm.
that, that's basically means having a routine, and I don't have space for a routine. It's just been busy.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. So hopefully it gets better. Which also
Yeah,
reminds
I
me,
think. Hmm.
no, sorry, which reminds me that because I have the Zoom subscription now for
We
uh,
can do super long calls.
yes, I have it for one more month because it got renewed last night automatically. So I have it for one more
Oh,
month and then I will
okay.
cancel it. So we should do another
Okay.
episode
We
before
will do
the
more
new
episodes in
year.
December. Let's do
Yeah.
that. Okay. I will be free also. We'll do.
What are your plans for New Year's? Like around Christmas, New Year's?
I have no plans. I'm just gonna be just chilling at home. I think around uh, Christmas time when I have off, I have nothing to do. Uh, so, and I have one friend who is visiting. He might be staying here, but he's going to be busy anyway because he has other plans. He just wants to stay in my house. So I don't know, honestly. I haven't done anything. I might just go for a drive and do some photography somewhere, is what my plan is right now. That I just go out somewhere for 2 days and drive around and do some nice photography and come back because I'll get some alone time.
It's so convenient that you can take your car and just leave.
I can just go. It's so nice. Speaking of like adult things and you have to know and the reason I brought it up is because I've been dealing with my car nonsense for the past 3 days. So last week I was supposed to leave. I went to the garage. My car had not been started for a week then, okay, because I was not home and my roommate didn't use the car and I had a holiday, so and I was sick, so I didn't go anywhere. So the car was unused. I went. It's not starting. Okay, so there is some sort of battery problem or something, and now I have to jack my car. I have to put those cables. I have to track down some other car, and like use their battery to jumpstart my car. I don't know how to do this. I don't have these cables. I don't know who I'll ask, where I'll go. Okay, I don't know what's wrong. I somehow stayed there and I kept starting. My car started somehow. I went to go check out. Now I had to figure out what do I do? Who do I call? Where do I go check? I had to go to some battery store near me with like other auto car parts and all. They checked the battery and they said you have to replace it. And he's like, and I was like, okay, if I buy it, will you replace it for me? And he's like, yeah, sure, labor charge this much. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to pay that much. Can't I just change it on my own? He's like, yeah, you can just change it. You can just look up a YouTube video. You just have to remove some screws and screw it. But then I was looking at the video and I was like, oh fuck, but that what if I mess up and it's my first time I'm doing it. And if I mess up, I can't drive this. I need to go to work tomorrow. So I just left. I thought, okay, I'll run it for a few more days. Then yesterday, I went to fill gas in my car. I filled gas and then I sat back. My car is not starting. It is dead. It is not starting only. I tried as much as I could for like 15, 20 minutes. The car didn't start. I asked around everyone. I was panicking, like, bro, what do I do? My car is in the middle of the fucking that too. Like people are waiting at the back. Okay. And there are three cars behind me. And they're like, bro, why the fuck are you not moving? Like my car is not starting. Can someone help me? And I was running around trying to figure out what to do. Then some security guy came and told me, hey dude, go inside the store. They'll have some jump starter thing. Go buy just borrow it from them. Ask them nicely, they'll give it. I'll help you push your car. So these three random security guards over there came. They helped me push my car to into the parking lot. Then I went and got this. I had to YouTube, and it is so cold, dude. It was like some 8 degrees. I'm out in the cold in my chappal, freezing, but I have no choice but to do this. Then I said, oh, how to jumpstart car using this machine, and then I plugged in everything. Somehow started my car. Bought a new battery. Went to some mechanic and changed it. But it was just like I I I wasted 3 hours of my day yesterday. Okay, I was done with my work. I was coming back home. First of all, I had to take a detour to fill gas. I had to get out of my car and fill gas. And then I'm like, fuck, I have to deal with this shit now. I was so tired, and like I don't want to deal with this shit, but I have no choice. So I spent like another 2.5 hours doing it. Like, this could have been avoided. So yeah, on some days I'm a fan of learning things and like I know and I know how to do this, and it's cool that I get to know how to do it by myself. Yesterday was not one of those days.
You didn't have the mind space for it.
Yeah,
It
definitely. I
was
was
that
just so
time.
tired, dude. I literally just wanted to go home, but I really didn't want to fill gas. Okay, but if I didn't, my car would have shut down because it didn't have enough. So I was like, fuck, I have to do this. So already I was annoyed. And then when I stopped, my car fucking shut down. No, I lost it. I was like, fucking hell. I can't believe this is happening right now. Somehow I went and just fixed everything. But yeah.
I think I'm way lower on this level because for me, just getting air filled in my bike, it
Hmm.
takes so much of my energy. Just going to
Yeah.
a shop and asking them and then having change, it just feels like so much that I've considered just buying a pump at home and just using that. I've
Just
looked
do
up
that.
electric
Honestly,
pumps
do it.
because I
Yeah.
don't want to go talk to someone, and my scooter is like an electric scooter, so I
Hmm.
can't even just like maybe I can go to the petrol
Is it
pump.
the ones that are chargeable and pedalable? The one of those?
No, it's completely electric. It's not
Oh, you
even
have like a proper electric scooter. Okay.
yeah.
Like, is it the Ola one or Yulu or Ola one?
Oh, yes. I don't know if I mentioned it. It is the Ola one.
Okay.
And I was interviewing for something like in February or March,
Hmm.
in Delft. And Delft
Okay.
is like a big tech space, like unit and stuff.
Right.
And it was a very random company I was interviewing for, and it was I really liked the team. The team liked me,
Hmm.
but it didn't match eventually. But they
Hmm.
called me for like a meeting. So I met
Hmm.
the founder, and it was really nice. And they told me that I should just have a talk with the CTO. I think
Hmm.
it was, or one of the main engineers, or one of those people.
Hmm.
I was talking to him, and then somehow the Ola thing came up. He was
Hmm.
like introducing himself, and he said he had worked on electric scooter before, and turns out it was Ola, and they were like
Oh,
the
wow.
team who actually made the scooter. Like they were the ones
Right.
who built it, and then Ola sort of bought it from them.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's
Oh,
it's like
nice.
so he showed me pictures of like the first model that they were building
Hmm.
and working on, and he was like, "Oh, we
Hmm.
worked on it here itself in this
Oh,
workshop."
damn. So
And
the actual scooter is from Delft. Some company in Delft made it and Ola acquired it or something.
Ola bought it, like Ola bought the rights and everything.
Oh, wow.
So the
Okay. I thought that makes sense.
and now
I don't
they've
know why in my mind I thought Ola just developed it. They put R&D and all, I thought, and they developed a scooter.
no.
Okay. That makes more sense. That checks out.
Now, now probably they are because they did set up factories in India and they make
Hmm.
it. But the
Yeah,
original
no, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
was from Delft, and I met
Hmm.
this person, and I was telling him I have the scooter. Like my dad bought the scooter, I have it, and he's like, I've never met someone who's
Oh,
used it. Actually, I was like, this is insane. I
that's
showed
so
him
cool.
pictures, I showed him videos, and he's asked me like, what are like if there are issues, if there are things going on
Right,
with it, what do you like about it, and then we're
right,
exchanging notes, and I was like,
right.
That's such a
Shit.
small world,
Yeah,
and
it's like
it's
something
so
you built and you just sent it out into the world. You
yes.
don't know what's going on with it. So now you're like getting to meet someone who's using that product. So cool.
I think my mind was blown and his mind was blown because he had never met anyone. I was like, how come
Right.
you've not met anyone? Like, don't you have like Indian friends? They're like, I do, but all of them are yours, so they don't have the
Yeah,
scooters. So it's like, wow.
that's insane. That's
Yeah.
insane. Oh, there's another major update. The most important update of all. I got a new phone.
Yes.
I
I
got a new
was
phone.
I was thinking about it when you were talking about your car battery dying, and I was like, your car battery dying was not the only
That sounds
battery
awful. A lot of batteries are dying lately.
that died.
Dude, it was so funny. So the day I got this phone, I went and picked it up and then I not set it up. Okay. The next day morning, I'm still using my old phone and I had a meeting in the morning as soon as I got it. It was early in the morning. So I woke up and I had some 60% or 70% on this phone. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll just take it on. I just woke up. I just opened my eyes. I'll just take it on my phone, whatever. So I joined the meeting. As soon as I joined the meeting, no, it just dropped from 60 to 40%. Okay. Just like 20% just vanished. And I was like, holy shit, dude, it's gonna die on me. So I quickly rushed, plugged in the cable and I'm charging it. In the time that I've gone, I found my cable, plugged it in and charged it. It's dropped to 20%. Okay. It's literally dying in front of my eyes. And then I plugged it in, it is still not staying alive. It's just like dying slowly. Now I can see it going countdown from 20 to 19, and then it slowly goes to 18. And there's a very important call that I don't want to cut. So I'm just hoping, please, I want to get my information across by the time this phone dies. because I don't want to go open my laptop and do all this nonsense. And it went to 14, it went to 13, and this guy is still asking questions. So much anxiety was there in that call, unnecessary. Okay, no, that was first thing in the morning. I'm so anxious, like fuck, I don't want to deal with my phone switching off right now. And then somehow it survived till the end of the call, and it was at some 8%, and then it died after the call was over. And I'm like, okay, this is probably is saying goodbye and
For
saying like, bro.
context, you need to tell people how old your phone was.
Yeah, so my phone is 7 years old. Okay, it is exactly 7 years old. I bought this in December of 2017. Okay, so
So
it
it's
has been with me.
understandable that the
Yeah,
phone is dying.
yes, and hey, see, it still works. It's completely fine. Okay, it does everything. It's just that the battery is bad. I've not had a software upgrade in 5 years. So I think I suddenly feel like a caveman who's entered, like, modernity, because I have this new phone and it's so smooth, right? Like the phone is so smooth. It's not something like, it's like this is a very new world for me. The- what I'm used to is pressing a button and then waiting for 2 seconds for some action to take place. Okay, so I've lived in this world for 7 years, and the phone is something that you use so much, right? So I've gotten really accustomed to a slow device. I don't know why, it's just familiarity, but I've gotten accustomed to something very inefficient. And now I have this phone that is like so tick, 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 fast. No, like fuck, I've been missing out on this like some crazy innovation and technology for 7 years now. And my phone usage has gone up. I'm always on my phone.
Yeah,
It's counterproductive. But like I'm really enjoying just like
the
technology.
speed.
And dude, Google Pixel has all these like new Google Gen AI features. All the latest Gemini and AI things are there. Okay, so I've been playing around with it. There are some insanely cool features. So when I take a picture, for example, I can literally go to. They have an option called Reimagine, where it'll pop up the picture, and then you can circle out a portion of the image. You can select subjects or something and say, hey, remove this object, or hey, replace this background with something else. Okay, and it does it seamlessly in seconds. Okay, it's insane. So look at this picture. Okay, it's just like she's just sitting
Yeah.
there. There's just like a wall. Okay, so I just selected the wall and I said, hey, can you change this background into like a starry night? Okay, and then it edited this.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was just like 2 seconds, and it removed all the objects on the table and all the like junk that was there. So what the fuck is this sorcery, bro? It took some 2 seconds.
You
It
can
was
make it
crazy, and
art.
like a lot of other stuff also. It's like this only. It's so easy, and there is another thing. So there's another feature that I never knew I needed in a phone, but it's something that like I've been using because it's available on this phone, and I can't believe it. It feels like magic. So if you see, let's say I'm on this YouTube screen, you're watching something, right? And you want to Google something you saw on like a text. Let's say some YouTube title you saw, and then you want to know who that person is, or you like to Google the name of a movie, see stuff, right? You'd exit the app, you'd go, you type that in, and then you see and all of that. So the new update they have on this, they've made it like so simple, right? Let me show you. Let me go. Okay. So let's say I'm on this page, right? I'm watching this video, let's say, and I just want to Google something here. So I can just long press this. So it goes into this like interactive mode, and then I can just press, and it selects the screen, like text on the screen, and then then it pops up like a Google thing right below, and then I see it, and then I just go back to watching the video.
That's
It
so
even like
convenient.
I can do the same thing, and I can even see just circle someone's face like this, and it searches the face
Wow.
name. Yeah, it'll search the image search of whatever I select on screen. So all these like really, really like cool features are there in these new phones. So I've been having fun just discovering what technology has done. I feel like some old uncle.
My phone does not have those features. It seems very
Yeah.
basic at this point.
Yeah, these phones are pretty cool. Who knew? Who knew? So yeah, it's been quite the jump. This has been the biggest transition for me in quite
You
some
see it
time.
on the camera as well, like the camera difference.
Yeah, just look at this. I've been using this for 7 years now. Damn. So yeah, even the camera on this phone has been quite mind-boggling. I can't believe like a camera on a phone is capable of the things that it's capable of. So
Yeah, world has
it's been
changed
fun.
in the seven
Yeah,
years.
my world outlook only has changed. Now I understand all my friends who kept badgering me to get a new phone, and I would think, why? I don't see what they're seeing, but
Oh,
now I see what everyone else is seeing. Now I
I
get why.
I had that phase too. Like I remember like with my old phone, I
Hmm.
kept getting it repaired, and my parents and my friends were so sick of it. They're like every other month your phone's going through repairs. Like, but
Right.
I don't want to change it. I like it too much. I I, I
Yeah.
think I also have issues with change
Yes,
generally.
I definitely do. That's what uh, I realized that I was okay living with a lot of minor inconveniences
Yes.
in my life to avoid making a big change.
Yep.
Which I don't know. Sometimes maybe it's not okay. Sometimes it's fine, but sometimes I don't know. Maybe I should have changed my phone a while back. Who knows? But it's that I was just okay to live without it just because I didn't want to change it.
Yeah. I've been there too.
Mm.
On that note, I have to go work.
On that note, yes, you have to go work and I have to go sleep. It's midnight. I have a meeting at 8 a.m. Oh, I did a very dumb thing today. I forgot my laptop in the office. I had two meetings to attend. I had to do it over call, and I had some work to do, which I didn't do, evidently, because I didn't have my laptop. So I hope it's still there tomorrow. We'll go see.
It's okay. I think I remember I had a phase where I used to just leave my laptop at work because then I don't have to work at home. And
Yes.
if I'm sick,
Yes.
I always have like, and if they still expect me to do something after working hours, I like don't have the laptop. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's there. So hopefully my laptop's safe. I'm gonna go check that tomorrow.
Yeah, I think there's another thing that I need to learn, and I've
Hmm.
been trying to learn is to not take work too seriously.
That is a good thing.
That
Yeah.
it's not my
Yeah.
company. Um,
Yes.
I am employee. It's just
Correct.
I need to calm down.
Yes. Yeah, I think you if you feel like you're not slacking off too much and you're doing as much as you should be doing, it's okay if you don't want to, really push myself and meet their standards. I've seen this in sort of my team as well, because we're in this situation where upper management, they were like, oh no, do more work, tight deadlines, tight deadlines. But everyone in the team is already like doing their everything they can. Okay, they simply can't do more. So the more these guys push, the more people go, fuck it, I'm not gonna stick to your deadlines. I'm just gonna do my work and you will push it. So these
Yeah.
deadlines keep getting pushed by months. Okay, this has been happening for a year now, and I'm just like, bro, why do you do this? Just set realistic goals. You see what people are doing. Based on that, you set. What is the point in just setting a deadline? Then they'll stress out everyone. Okay, saying do this, do this, do this. Then 2 days before the deadline, they'll be like, okay, we've pushed it by 2 weeks.
Uh, my previous workplace was sort of like that, where I
Mm,
feel like they were putting stress on everyone
mm,
and sort of saying, "Oh, this is important," and now we're like again. Next month there would be something that's super important that
right,
everyone has to work on. So
right,
every other month or week there was something that was super important that needed to be worked on. It
right.
was building up so much stress for the employees. Oh, did you read? Oh, sorry. Did you read about the company that in India that took a stress survey for their employees, and all the
No.
employees that responded with that the result of it that it was they were stressed, they fired them. They're like,
Oh my God.
it's
What?
like a big thing. People are talking about.
Wait, where?
It's called
Dude, that's
Happy
crazy.
something, the company. I forgot the name. It apparently the company was in Shark Tank. It's so stupid. Like in this.
What is it called? What is it called? Yes, madam.
Yes, probably. Yeah. I think so. Maybe it was
Yeah,
yes.
it says yes, madam terminates. Laid off
It's
employees who
so
reported high stress
insane.
levels in a company survey.
There and people. It's like we took it and we realized a lot of you were stressed, so we've taken actions and removed the people who were
We
stressed.
are going to relieve you from your stress and your job. Fuck you.
It's so insane. I don't know how it's legal to do stuff like that. Like, don't take a stress survey if you don't.
In 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 their defense, I guess they are reducing your stress.
But then there is new stress.
Oh my God,
It's
bro.
like that toxic relationship where it's nice that the guy breaks up with you because the guy was
Yeah,
toxic. It's good.
dude, that
People
is
should
so
take it in a
fucked
good
up.
way because obviously the company was toxic to do this. But still, it's so insane that someone would do this.
I can't believe this. Yes, madam. Noida starts fire. Let me read about this more. This is some insane story. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I think on that note, I should go work.
Yeah, on that you should go work. Oh God. We'll do another call. I'll talk. I've been watching a lot more movies, and I watched All We Imagine as Light
Oh, I haven't
in the
watched it yet.
theaters, and there's a lot of stuff happening in the movie world and all. Until next
Oh,
time.
we can do another podcast on the movie world and talk about stuff.
Yeah. Are you doing Shubha's book reading thing? I signed up just now.
I was considering, but the fact that I don't have a routine, I don't want to like commit to
Fair.
something that I
Yes,
can't
yes.
keep up with.
You asked for my Christmas vacation plans. I realized this was my plan. I was like, oh, I'm gonna sit and do this because it's in that time and I'm free that whole week during that time.
What week is
So
it?
it's I think it starts on 20th of December, 20th, 21st. So
I
I have some work that week, but I'm just gonna be by myself anyway, and I have a lot of free time that time. So I'm just gonna do it. And it's early in the morning, so I can maybe even set a routine.
oh I am planning to go to Dharamkot for that entire week for a retreat.
Oh, fun. Nice.
Because I didn't have any other plans and I don't have friends. So I was like, I will just go.
Perfect. Go.
Yeah.
Are you staying in like a hostel or something where you can meet people?
It's a retreat. The
Oh,
pottery,
fun.
there's a pottery studio that does the retreat.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it.
Cool.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna let you get to your
Bye.
work. Bye
Bye.
bye.